Hello. So you got your package, I'm sure, and you probably already started looking through it. You probably have quite a few of these. These are your tins, and they slide open here like this, and they're metal on the back. So this is what magnetizes to your palette, which you don't have this design palette, but you have this number palette. So you ended up getting a bigger palette. So hold on, let me open it here. Oh my goodness. I've already set it up. So that's what the top of your palette will look like, and I'll walk you through that. And then that's what the second part of your palette looks like, and I'll walk you through that. So basically, you have this empty space here, and you have your tin. And be careful you don't stick your fingernail or your finger in there, because this is cream. Even the powder will get messed up. So you pull you can keep this if you want. I like to keep these in case I switch out later. I can always put my product back in there. But this is you didn't order this one, but this is just a sample. So you've got the tin, and you're gonna put it in there, and you're gonna gently slide it where you want it. See, I have something like this that I use to pop things in and out. You can use a butter knife, but this is very thin, so it really pops that product in and out. So anyways, that's how you stick it to there, and your eyeshadow is going to be the same. It's going to plop right on there. So anyways, that's how you set your tins up. I'm going to remove that one, and I'm going to slide it back in there. So all right, so let's look at what all you got, and you're going to need your glasses because it's going to be hard to see what you got. All right, so for foundation wise, you've got a darker one, which you got Candlelit. You got the lighter one, which is your white peach. And you got your contour, which is your indigo. Don't get your contour messed up with your bronzer. Do you see the difference? And make sure you know where is where, because you want to put your bronzer next to your glow illuminator down here. So I've set it up this way because this is the order we're going to go in. Then I said in your middle here, you have La Cienega, Pinky Promise, and your Plum. This is Angel, your illuminator. This is your bronzer, Bella, and this is your glow illuminator. On this side, you have another contour for your eyebrows, which is Shadow. And then these were the eyeshadows that you got. You got Coal, you got Cupcake, and then you got the Dusty Rose collection. So you do have room to grow here. Obviously, you can get more eyeshadows, or if you want to get more lip and cheeks later, you can do those, or however you want to set it up. But this one will give you plenty of room. The brushes that you've got the 3D brush, which you're going to use to apply your foundation and your contour, and you can also blend with this. Well, actually, we're going to put our contour on with this one. This is the detail brush, and you can use this part for eyeshadow. You got your blush and blend, blush and blush and bronzer. I don't know, this one here. And then you got your multitasker. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is we're gonna apply our foundation, which is our main highlight. And starting out, we're just gonna put it all over. And as you get a little better, or you get a little bit more sun, you can just put it kind of where you need it. So this is actually my color, not yours. But this will be your Candlelit, and you just kind of start applying it in there. Okay, and get it there. Cover wherever you have a little redness. I got a little bit there. You can put a little bit more on. And then you're just applying it all around. Kind of a thinner layer. You don't want it to be too thick, because if it's thick, it's cream. As the day goes on, it'll kind of slide off. And if you find that you're having a hard time keeping it on, for whatever reason, your skin, we can set you up with some setting spray. And that you spray before you apply your makeup. But depending on the coverage that you want is how much you apply. And if you want more coverage, you blend less. All right, this is still that main highlight. And I'm gonna just do a little spot correcting here. My hormones are going crazy. And I'm kind of just pressing that in there. All right. All right, so that is your darker highlight. Now I'm going to do the lighter highlight. So that we're going to just get a little bit right around here. I'm not going to blend it too terribly much, but it goes right around your eye. Goes right up here in between your eyebrows. I'll blend more later. Just kind of getting it in there. And this I'm kind of patting, not necessarily swiping as much. And a lot goes a long way, especially today because it's warm. And when it's warm, you pick up more product. And see, I use the smaller side of the brush for that. I use the bigger side for this side because it gets in there at an angle. Put a little bit more here. All right, so you can already see we have a little bit of dimension in our face. All right, and I still haven't blended yet. All right, so now we're gonna contour, and that's gonna be your indigo, and I'm using the end of the detail brush here. I'm gonna set it down because I get in there a little better. Okay, and your cheekbone is right here. Wherever your cheekbone is, you're gonna put it right below it, almost touching it, and I'm gonna just pat it in there, and I'm not gonna go very far in. Remember, I'm gonna stay this side of this side of my pupil. The key is just kind of sculpt the bottom of that cheekbone. I like to kind of pat it in. All right. You can kind of see it on both sides there. And if you mess up and you get it too much in, you can always take, you know, where you had your main highlight and you can go back. All right, now we're going to contour the same indigo at the top of the forehead here. And this is to give your face a little bit of shadow and dimension. Okay. And you kind of want to meet that. You can get it right in your hairline, right there. All right, and then you want to contour underneath your chin here, so I'm going to go right here. And I'm just going to do a light swipe. And you see it and get it past here. You have a natural shadow right there. Ready? And then I'm going to go down this side. And I'm going to go down this side. And kind of gives you a chiseled chin. Makes your chin look a little smaller, hiding that double chin. All right, so now with my finger, I'm gonna contour my nose. We're still using indigo. Okay, I got about that much. And I'm just gonna draw it. I'm gonna start a little bit in that little bit where it goes, I'm gonna go down. Get a little bit, and I'm tapping it lightly. A little bit there. Okay. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my lips, and you're just basically filling in your lips with the contour. Okay. You don't have to contour your lips if you don't want to. It will kind of change the color of your lip and cheek. And then I have a towel here that I'm using. And, all right, and then what I'll do is I will take a little bit, the different finger, that's the lighter highlight, which will be your white peach. And I'm just gonna go down the bridge of my nose. All right, so now what we're going to do is blend. Make sure your brush is pretty clean from previous use. I just kind of wipe it. And then I'm going to just start doing my contour a little bit. And it's not rubbing it It's just blending it so it's not so harsh anywhere you put the contour, okay? Okay, go right here. Go right here. And then I'm going to take the bigger side and I'm going to blend in the lighter colors, like the highlights. Okay. And that's just getting the excess product off too, but just blending. I'm not pushing very hard because I don't want to wipe it away, and you can wipe it away if you don't watch out. All right, so you see I have the contour is there, and then it's here, and I did it down my nose, and you can contour as much as you want. If you don't want to blend as much as I did, it's up to you as you start realizing kind of how you like to put this makeup on. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to do our lip and cheek. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the La Cienega on my cheek. So I'm going to take the end of this brush here, which is the 3D brush. Actually, you know what? The blush and bronzer. I'm going to take the end of this one, and I'm going to get it in the La Cienega. I'm going to do my cheek with that. And then I think I'll do the plum. All right, so let's do this here. So your contour's here, and you want to just kind of start your blush or your cheek right here, and not going anywhere past this point. And I'm pressing right in there, that color. Get a little bit more for the other one. Okay. And if you find you need a little bit more contour, you can go back with your contour brush. But it's a very light color. So this is a gloss. All right, so now I'm gonna do the plum, and you can do plum on your cheeks if you want. You don't have to do the La Cienega. I'm gonna do the plum, and I'm gonna use my multitasker brush here. Do the plum on the lips. All right. Ooh, there's a lot on there. I'm cleaning it off a little bit. Actually, I'm just gonna do the pinky promise with my finger. I'm gonna use a clean finger, one that I didn't use product on earlier. Pinky promise. Gives a pretty mauve color. So, like I said, you can do as much as you want on your cheeks. If you want, actually, I feel like, let me just get this here. Let me do a little bit more of that La Cienega. I feel like there's not enough on there. And La Cienega is not a dark color, so you might have to apply a little bit more. Okay, and I do feel I'm gonna put a little bit of contour back on my nose. I feel like I got it off a little bit much. You can do that too with this. That's a good thing. Very blendable. Okay, it gives me a little bit of contour on my nose. All right, so far we've used these here, and I've used all these here. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and do I'm going to do the eyes first, and then I'll go back and do the bronzer, and I'll do this. So on the eyes, you got these colors here. This is my cupcake, so it's a little bit worn, but I do take the cupcake, and you know how to put eyeshadow on. I'm not even going to really use these eyeshadows. I'm just going to put a little bit on, maybe of one color or something like that, but you can do it however you want. I'll show you how to use the multitasker brush. And remember, since you're using these, so you need to definitely clean, kind of swivel that off. Actually, I'm gonna just do them with my fingers here. So I think I'm gonna just use this guy right here. I'm gonna put a little bit on top of my lid here. All right. Then I will go ahead and I think I'm gonna do the kohl underneath. Right? It's hard because I'm doing this on the iPad. Oh, that looks pretty. And then what we'll do is I'll take this little darker color here of this really pretty color, and I'll just put it right here. And you can do this however you want. Pretty. All right, do the other one. I got that right there. And really see I only swiped it once in the eyeshadow. It worked perfect. All right, and then I can just clean it off. I'm gonna clean it off with the lighter side of my my highlight that I used, and I'm just gonna pat it in there. This would be your white peach. Just kind of clean it up. All right. And then I'll clean the top part with Cupcake. I'm not doing this very good job showing you this, but here, kind of clean that up. And now we'll do the eyebrows. All right, I'm gonna comb my eyebrows. You did not get this brush, but my eyebrows have to be combed. All right, so I haven't used the end of this brush yet, but we're gonna go ahead and use it. And this is shadow. This is the color that you'll be using on your eyebrows, but I use contour on mine, so I'm gonna switch to my contour because that's my color, but you're gonna use the shadow, and you're basically gonna dip in to the shadow contour. Just kind of dip it in there. And then you just start filling in your eyebrows. And if you have an eyebrow comber, like an eyebrow comb, once you get done doing this, you can kind of comb it. But I do suggest doing your eyebrows. I think it'll give your face more definition. Oop, boy, I got off there, didn't I? All right, let's get a little bit more and do the other one. All right, pretty. All right, so there, the eyebrows. So now what we're gonna do, last but not least, we are going to do your bronzer. So, which is you're gonna use your Glow Illuminator and your Bella Bronzer, and I'm going to use the small end of this brush here. So I'm just gonna swipe it in both, nice and easy. Okay, I got quite a bit on there. And then what you wanna do is you wanna put it in the middle of your forehead. You kind of want to bronze just across. Oh, and we'll do the illuminator after this one. Let's see here. Kind of put a little bronzer, make it a little bit more. And this will give you your kind of tan. See how you see it? So you just kind of blend it in, and you'll figure out kind of how much you want to put. I kind of go across the bridge of my nose, and I'm patting, I'm not swiping. And then I'm put a little bit down here on my neck. Okay, kind of warms your face up. You see that? Okay, and now what we're going to do is we're going to do our illuminator. And I think I'm going to use the end of this brush here, so I'm going to wipe it off a little bit. This is your 3D brush. So I'm going to dip it in your Angel. This is so pretty. And then the illuminator, we put our bronzer kind of just right here on the forehead. We put it across our cheeks, on our chin, and on our neck. The illuminator, I'm going to tap on the very top just to kind of give light to the very top of my cheek. Above, you want to put it above your blush. Okay? You want to go down your nose here. Actually, you'd probably work better with my finger if I did it this way. We can see it. See how it kind of illuminated that up? A little bit right on the M&M. And then I'm going to put a little bit right there. All right. So I'm just going to kind of press in with the other end of this brush. And now you have applied all your steps with your new palette, all your makeup, and I will list where everything goes. I will send you a picture of that as well, kind of like an instruction manual. And you've got your 4 brushes here that you used. So you're set. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, let me know.